let's begin. Hello and welcome. You've arrived at Open Minds, Open Hearts, and I'm Dustin Guinee. I'll be your guide today. And today, our meditation will be on cultivating intention through attention. And this is a very powerful practice of really becoming aware of the two different states of intention and attention. Intention is really kind of focusing on the future potential and possibilities that lie latent inside of us. And really thinking of intention as a seed for a tree. Very, very much like that seed, our intentions start often as just an idea or a feeling. They can feel very ethereal and just come to us in a moment. But like that seed, within that intention lies the blueprint for a new reality, a new life, a new skill. It could be an intention to maybe acquire a material thing, a new home or job. Whatever your intention is, through this practice, we start to transform from that seed into the mighty tree. So it's very powerful. And when we combine that with attention, the practice of non-judgmental awareness, then we are able to be mindful of where we are in the present moment. So we may have an intention of how we want to manifest, how we want to grow and change, but we are also aware of where we're at right now. And there's no judgment on where we're at. We may feel that we're not progressing as fast as we want. And that's okay. When we set these intentions, they are often not on a timeline that maybe our ego wants. And that's okay. So we're cultivating that intention through attention. And let's go ahead and get started with a few deep breaths. So deep breath in through the nose, filling up the diaphragm, and release. Releasing through the mouth, letting that air out. And deep breath in through the nose, filling up your belly. And release. Releasing through the mouth. Just letting that air out nice and easy. And one more deep breath in. Filling up the diaphragm. And release. So, before we ask ourselves what our intention is, let's go ahead and take a step back and ask ourselves, who am I? Who am I? Beyond your roles in your work or in your family, beyond the interests or groups that you may belong to, who are you really at your core, in your heart, in your soul? Who are you? What have you come to this planet to do? What are your characteristics and attributes that you have to share with others in the service of humanity? Who am I? Because the universe, it does have a plan for you to reach your fullest potential. You are a unique artist, a unique musician with a unique song to share. And we all have this melody inside of us that is our intuition, our intention, our purpose. And so the universe is asking you to express that. And it may be very dormant. It may be something that you discovered as a child and you brushed aside and you said, oh, I can't do that. I need to do this. I need to be responsible. I need to be an adult. I invite you to quiet those voices and return back to that childlike curiosity, that intention that spoke to your heart of who you really are. So, who am I? I am the seed growing into the mighty tree. I am the tree reaching towards the sun of reality, growing towards the light to manifest my destiny. Who am I? And as we contemplate who we are, let us bring to mind, what is my intention? How do I intend on living my life? What is the feeling I want to express? What is the state of being I want to embody? What do I need to let go of to fulfill my intention? Right? So, in order for us to really fulfill our intention, we have to let go of this world of form, this attachment to material things. Much like the seed transforming into the tree, if we get attached to the form of the seed, then we're not able to grow into the tree. And so how often do we get attached to our current state of being, our current state of affairs, fall into our comfort zone of our current job or our current relationships? Because we're worried, we're concerned, we're fearful of change, of growth. So what is my intention is asking us to dig a little bit deeper, to move out of that comfort zone and to really listen in to our intuition and our heart and where it's guiding us. And listening to our intuition is a really important part of intention setting. The intuition is that little voice inside of our heart, in our mind. It's always kind of guiding us. It starts to speak up when maybe we're doing something that's not in alignment with our values or our intentions. It starts to call to us when we are in alignment with our intentions and we're really in bliss and connection and unity with ourselves or with others. Some would say the intention or intuition is a sign of God. And for those that may not be comfortable with the concept of God, I would say intuition is our connection with the greater good. So God and good, they're really synonymous. You're just adding an O. And we're talking about the greater good, a connection to the universe, a connection to all life. Even from a science perspective, we can connect to all life through the energy of atoms and the building blocks of matter. So we're all connected. So we're connecting to that universal energy. We're letting this voice within speak, because when we listen to that intuition, it's really the pathway to our freedom, to our liberation. And we're not judging our intuition either. The mind and the ego often will come in and assess judgment upon what that voice of intuition is saying. And so we want to practice non-judgmental awareness, listening to that voice of intuition, because it's often a very soft voice. And so we want to just really listen in on what our heart is telling us. What's our next move? What's the area that we need to grow in? Where's that next opportunity for our unfoldment? So we're really just listening in really closely. Listening into our intuition and bearing witness to our interconnection with all people, things, living beings on our planet and in our universe. We talked a little bit about atoms and the nature of these particles, these waves, protons, electrons, neutrons. The way that atoms work is energy. And there is a consciousness within this energy. There is an intention within this atomic energy to create the realities, the worlds that we know is our physical universe. So this is happening. This is happening every millisecond of every moment. This is happening all around us. Infinite possibilities, infinite manifestations. Just look at the underwater life. If you've ever seen a nature show, just think of all the wondrous fish and sea life that's available right here in our oceans. That is an expression of the interconnected aspect of this intention, this very intentional design behind the world of matter and life that we see here on our planet. So this is baked into our universe. And so we can tap into that interconnectedness, connecting us to all life. That this unity is not a utopian notion, that this unity is inherent and is our truest reality. Unfortunately, there's been thousands of years of misinformation that wants us to believe that we're all separate, that we're separate by gender and race and national origin and religion, that we want to just categorize and create all these boxes and fences and walls. Those are all illusions of the mind. The reality, when we look at nature, when we look at atoms, it's all these interconnected pieces, all growing, flourishing, changing, creating new life forms. Interconnectedness. So we can tap into that as well. So we interconnect our intuition. And then finally, we're going to cultivate the power of imagination as we cultivate our intentions. So if you can think it, you can do it. If you can feel it, you can become it. Our imaginations have the ability to create new realities, new worlds. Anything is available to us. Before there was airplanes or cars, there was horse-drawn buggies. And if somebody said, one day I'm going to fly like a bird in the sky, everyone would think that person is crazy. And now we fly all around the world every day, and it's nothing. It's no big deal. Right? So the mind can imagine possibilities and realities that we don't even know, because there's infinite possibilities. And so you have that potential as well. With your intention, in using imagination, using creative thinking, you can't solve the same problem by the same thinking that created the problem in the first place, right? That's Einstein. And Einstein also said imagination is more important than knowledge, because knowledge is just using facts, figures to help kind of guide our current understanding. Imagination is visioning new possibilities, new inventions. E equals MC squared would not be in existence without imagination. Your talents, gifts, capabilities, your growth would not be possible without you imagining new pathways for yourself. So as we set our intention, we're also using the power of imagination to guide that intention setting. And with that, I'd like to close with a poem that I've written entitled Intention Through Attention. My intention is to grow. My intention is to change, to bring attention to each moment, to begin again. Clear away the brush, clip the dead leaves, make room for new growth, hold your heart and believe. The potential for a mighty tree lies within the seed, destiny's divine design waiting to be freed. The water of attention seeps into my earth. The light of intention brings about rebirth. I am not my stories. I am my intent to serve the greater glory with the worlds that I invent. Who is I but the presence, the reality of all things, flowing through my veins and into all beings? How does the atom know what matter to become? Without a conscious intention, our worlds would come undone. Humanity's blueprint lives in our DNA, but we cannot measure one's love and spirit in the same way. This magnificent mystery, this wonder we call life, with an intention to connect, not create more pain and strife. A life force connected, but most are unaware. They see hate and division, a world unjust and unfair. Systems of man corrupted, yet I am the incorruptible essence. So long as I let go of ego and learn divine lessons. To cultivate intention through the attention that I hold for what truly matters. With the rest, I'm letting go. My intention is to grow. My intention is to change, to bring attention to each moment, to begin again and again and again. Again. Let's begin. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Hey there, friend. If you enjoyed that session and would like to join me in real time, then go to openminds.openhearts.org and sign up for my free classes the first and third Wednesday of each month at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'd love to meet you in person via Zoom online for these sessions. Also, on my website, you can find past guided meditations. You can find my training sessions where I go deeper into the science and mindfulness practices around this content. You'll find my poetry for meditation, original music, and a variety of other resources to guide you on your meditation and mindfulness practice. So go to openmindsopenhearts.org, sign up, and I hope to see you at the next session.